These are funds that, in the event of a crisis, which is imminent, could arrive within a day to pursue the safe haven asset. A crash might happen as soon as October, in my opinion. Greetings. This is Alan and Mike from the Gold Silver Show. My name is Alan Hay. How's it going? You're doing quite well. Hello, Mike. Yours faithfully. Am I doing well? Great. You displayed a chart and then proceeded in an earlier movie with the thumbnail image of 7 trillion. Because of its inclusion in the book, I requested that you edit something. In fact, it is the last chart in our book, which is about the huge silver and gold rush of the 21st century. Your presentation is complete. Some of the slides you've included here really caught me off guard. Then slam me. Yeah, without a doubt. A mind-boggling $7.5 trillion is currently resting in money market funds, as I did explain in an earlier video. It's a record-breaking achievement. True, you did bring up the fact that the book had a chart that had some of this data as well as others. To put it simply, the quantity of money market funds will be dwarfed by the amount of dollars that will rush to buy gold and silver. Finally, there was a chart showing all the places you can get really liquid currency. Oh, I see it now. This is the book's official chart. It was completed in the summer of 2022 with a total of 16 trillion, not 7. Wow, that's right. And there was a chart that we were just perusing that had 7.5 trillion. 3 years ago, that was essentially this yellow part. Therefore, about 7 or 12 o'clock. Perhaps 3 years ago, the total value of money market funds was only 5 trillion. 7.5 is the new high. Then what happened to the sections that were green and blue? Now I'll demonstrate that to you. Are you prepared to witness it? I mean, this is for all of you. I am not familiar with this chart or its value. This caught me off guard. I get it. The previous tally was close to 16 trillion. The updated sum is somewhat more than 20. Impressive, isn't it? The money market region has grown tremendously. I am completely taken aback by the yellow. Plus, demand deposits, unused credit card lines, and currency. Therefore, these are the dollars that, in the event of a crisis, which is imminent, could arrive within a day to pursue the safe haven asset. Yes, I will. October is traditionally the month associated with Halloween. Currently, we are in the last days of September. Crash Awareness Month is October. Also, I'm really considering the possibility of a crash happening as soon as October. Then a great deal of this will arrive in pursuit of precious metals. Yes, precisely. If you're interested in the figures, the green region expanded by almost 1 trillion, the yellow by around 2.2.5, and the blue by nearly another one. As we mentioned in the prior video, it essentially grows before a market crisis, and in just 3 years, it expanded by 4 trillion. What this means is that investors are bracing for a crash as it surges significantly just before a correction or major drop. In response to your question, the answer is yes, we may receive it shortly. In any case, the main idea of our novel is that things are different this time around. This is common knowledge. Apparently, things are different this time around, but that's seldom the case. However, the expansion of the money supply is the main culprit this time around. Because of both the increase in the supply of currency and the number of individuals who are able to pursue it, the values of gold and silver could simply reach astronomical levels. Because it was either banned in most regions, or the populations were so impoverished that they were starving to death without any exchanges that may influence the price, we determined that there were 18 times more populations involved. You know, we searched all around the globe, and this time it's truly different. You see, exchanges require buying and selling. Yeah, without a doubt. Now that I've updated this graphic, I was thinking, hold on a second, about taking a global view. The US is the only country in this group. The remainder of the globe, though? As a result, I compiled information on all the world's currencies and other asset classes by asking around and doing some research. Here we can see the whole amount of money in circulation. It's 20 trillion USD in the US alone, and it's up to almost 80 trillion USD worldwide. This is significant because all that money may chase after precious metals like gold and silver. When we were working on the book, what was it like? Well, I do recall that this sum increased by about 55 times, but I am unable to recall the exact figure. It was probably much smaller. Very cool indeed. Meanwhile, silver and gold abound. Damn, I need some clarification on this. All right, it's evident that real estate is a massive industry globally. Bonds, stocks, and a plethora of them. Money, stocks, and bonds. In addition to money market lines, circulation, and funds, there is currency. Unused credit? Ah, yes. So, virtual money is essentially bank pledges to generate virtual cash for you if you desire it, even though it does not yet exist. 20 trillion. And it doesn't even take into account the profits that investors stand to make by selling certain stocks and bonds. After all, some of those assets, well, I just want to reiterate that I am currently confident. This time around, things are drastically different. Yet in 1980, gold made up over 8% of global financial assets. Today, it makes up around 1%. If things were the same, its value could increase by a factor of 16. Indeed, yet we all have personal acquaintances who own property primarily as a means of preserving wealth, don't we? It is a component of their investment portfolio. This is more than simply their main home. So what if some of those investors in real estate figure out, you know what? My returns in real estate aren't that good. A great deal of danger lurks. Problems with jurisdiction do arise. Things like this also exist. I would prefer to sell the property and relocate to a safer area. If even a small fraction of this purple bar were invested in a different asset class, such as gold or silver, its market cap might easily quadruple. In my opinion, it will happen eventually. Yeah? I understand. Yeah, very cool. This is unobtainium, isn't it? I also have a tweet that you sent out when it was gone, Mike. Without a doubt. I predicted that gold and silver will become unattainable and unobtainium in due time, with silver having far lower above-ground reserves than gold. After we finish it, we just toss it. Therefore, there must be monetary demand for the price to skyrocket when the public gets its hands on it. That is exactly what is starting to happen right now. Yeah, without a doubt. Now let me tell you about today's meme. So basically, you're saying that I may use virtual currency to purchase physical coins. Behold the look on that child's face. Well done. Indeed, that is spot on. Furthermore, many people find it to be a revelation. Much obliged. Visit goldsilver.com to invest and receive a bonus of up to $2,000 in silver. No sweat. A gold-silver storage account, other than an IRA, can be opened as the first step. Second step, acquire precious metals. Third, have an extra 2,000 silver coins sent directly to your vault. Stop by goldsilver.com. Claim your silver by slashing free silver. This was transcribed using turboscribe.ai. Remove this message by subscribing to Unlimited.